I will continue with the topic intensity of spectral lines in this video. The third point that was left was the path length of the sample. This was the third point that was left. Now, it is obvious that with increase in the path length of the sample, the radiation will interact with more and more sample molecules. So, the intensity must increase. So, there must be a direct relation between the path length and also with the concentration of the sample with intensity of radiation that is emerging out from the sample. That is, there is a relation between these two factors, path length and concentration, with the intensity of spectral lines. Now the relation is controlled by two famous laws. One is Lambert, another is Beer. And overall, it is termed as the Lambert-Beer's law. Now first I will discuss the Lambert law. It states that the rate of decrease of intensity with the thickness of the absorbing medium is proportional to the intensity of the penetrating radiation. Say we are sending this intensity I0. Now, at the start of the sample, it is I0 which is entering the sample. Now at a distance, say L, this I0 drops to I. Then at this point L, let us approach a very small distance dl. So at 0 we have the radiation intensity I0. At L we have the radiation intensity to be dropped from I0 to I, and at L we are approaching by a very minor amount so that it will again drop by this amount. So in dl path length, the change is minus di, or the drop is di. So in 1 it will be minus di dl. Now as per the law, which is actually the manifestation of the phenomena that is occurring within the sample, we can write minus di dl proportional to I. That is, the rate of decrease of intensity at this point L with the thickness of the absorbing medium is proportional to the intensity of radiation at this point. So this is the Lambert's law. Now minus di dl will be equal to Ki, where K is the proportionality constant. rearranging, we had minus di upon I equals to k dl. Now we will integrate it. This will come out of the integration. Now I will integrate it from I0 to I. Then this limit will be 0 to L. At 0 it is I0, at L it is I. What will be the result? It is minus log natural I, limit I0 to I, and here it will be KL, limit 0 to L. Or ln I minus ln I0. Now a negative outside, so it will be ln I0 minus ln I equals to ln I0 upon I equals to k into L minus 0, so L. So the relation is ln I0 upon I equals to KL. From this we can write I0 by I equals to e to the power KL, or I by I0 equals to e to the power minus KL, or I equals to I0 into e to the power minus KL. So this relation will give us how the intensity of radiation drops from a maximum value with increase in the path length of the sample. Now this K is called the absorption coefficient. If we plot this, it will look like say this is the sample, this is length 0, and it starts with a value I0, incident radiation intensity. Now it will drop exponentially with increase in length. This is the relation. It will meet the x-axis, that is the length axis, asymptotically. This is the relation. When L is infinite, it will be e to the power minus infinity. So 1 by e to the power infinity, 1 by infinity, so it will be 0. So the radiation will fall off completely when the path length of the sample is infinite. So it will meet the x-axis asymptotically. Now one feature is that this is I0 by 2. That is, the intensity becomes 50% of the incident radiation. This happens in the length, say L1. Now, in another L1, it will be again 50% of the previous one. So it will be I0 by 2 by 2. So it will be I0 by 4. Now that was given in the homework. Say we start with the incident radiation intensity I0 and we have a sample which reduces it to 50%. So it will be I0 by 2, and if it faces another such identical sample in its path, it will be again 50% of it, not the remaining 50%, but 50% of the remaining one. So it will be I0 by 4 that will come out from the sample. So 75%, 50% here and 50% here. 50% here and 50% of 50%, that is 25% here. In total 75% will be absorbed. Here it will be 50% and here it will be 50% of 50%. So in total 75% will get absorbed and 25% of the radiation will come out from the sample. So this is the solution of the homework that was given to you. Now if we convert this in terms of base 10, then what will happen? We have ln, that is log natural, I0 upon I equals to KL. Now when we convert log natural to log, we get 2.303 here. So log I0 by I equals to K upon 2.303 L, or I0 upon I will be 10 to the power. So it will be 10 to the power, say it is A L, where A is K upon 2.303, and this is called the extinction coefficient. Extinction coefficient. We can write it as I equals to I0 into e to the power minus AL. So this is the relation between the absorption coefficient and the extinction coefficient. Now comes the Beer's law, and we will combine it with Lambert's law to have the final form, that is Lambert-Beer's law or Beer-Lambert law. Lambert's-Beer's law. The Beer's law separately states that the rate of decrease in intensity of radiation absorbed is proportional to the concentration of the solute. So the combined law will state that the rate of decrease of intensity of radiation absorbed is proportional to the intensity of radiation and to the concentration of the solute. So we can write the mathematical form as minus dIdL, and now it will be proportional to Ci instead of I only. It is concentration, it is the intensity of radiation, or minus dIdL will be K prime Ci. Now this is the molar absorption coefficient, or di upon I equals to minus K prime C dl. We will integrate it. These are constants. It will come out. Again, it will be from I0 to I. So it will be from 0 to L as usual. And we will get ln I0 by I Let us put this negative here. So it will be ln I0 by I, and it will be K prime C L minus 0. So it will be L. So finally it will give us I by I0 equals to e to the power minus K prime Cl. This is called the transmittance. I by I0, the radiation that is coming out upon the radiation that is being passed, that is incident on the sample. In another form, we have log I0 by I. This will be K prime upon 2.303, since log natural is 2.303 log 10. This is base 10. So log I0 by I will be K prime upon 2.303 Cl, or this is termed as absorbance or optical density. So we will write here A for absorbance for log I0 by I, and it will be epsilon Cl. This epsilon is called the molar extinction coefficient or decadic extinction coefficient. It is K prime upon 2.303. Now this molar extinction coefficient depends for a given substance for a given wavelength of light, and this law is valid for dilute solution, because in case of concentrated solution there will be too much scattering, and then this law will not work. So what we get as a summary is that the intensity of spectral line increases with the path length of the sample and increases with the concentration. More the path length, more sample molecules will absorb the light, and there will be a greater intensity for absorption. Now I am giving you a homework. Solve it and post it in the comment section. Listen it. On passing monochromatic light through a .04 molar solution in a 2 centimeter thick cell, the intensity of the transmitted light was reduced to 50%. Calculate the molar extinction coefficient. I am repeating. On passing monochromatic light through a 0.04 molar solution in a cell having thickness 2 centimeter, the intensity of the transmitted light was reduced to 50%. Reduced to 50%. Calculate the molar extinction coefficient.